I was driving through a neighborhood 20 minutes from my house when I saw my husband's car in a driveway. That wasn't strange until I saw him walk out of the house holding a toddler. Then a woman came out and kissed him goodbye, like a wife would, because she was his wife. And I was about to discover that for the past 5 years, my husband had been living a complete double life. I'm 33, married to Marcus for 8 years, together for 10. We have twin boys, age 6. Marcus is a regional sales manager, which means he travels constantly. Or so I thought. He'd be gone 3 or 4 nights a week, sometimes more. It was hard, but the money was good, and I'd accepted it as part of our life. That Wednesday, I was driving to a new client meeting in the next town over. Taking a shortcut through a residential neighborhood when I saw it, Marcus's silver BMW with the custom plates in a driveway. I slowed down, confused. His work trip wasn't supposed to end until Friday. Maybe he came back early and stopped at a colleague's house? Then the front door opened. Marcus walked out carrying a little girl, maybe 2 years old. She had her arms around his neck. He was smiling at her the way he smiled at our boys. A woman followed them out, blonde, pretty, probably early 30s. She was holding another child, an infant. Marcus kissed the toddler's head, then leaned over and kissed the woman. Not a friendly peck. A real kiss. A husband kiss. I sat in my car, frozen, watching my husband play with children that weren't ours, kiss a woman that wasn't me, in front of a house I'd never seen before. Then he got in his car and drove away. The woman waved from the porch, holding the baby, the toddler next to her. Like a perfect little family. I called my client and canceled the meeting. Then I parked down the street and waited. For 3 hours, I sat in my car watching that house. The woman came out twice, once to put the toddler in a car seat and drive away, returning 20 minutes later with groceries. The second time to get the mail. I took photos of everything. The house. The address. Her license plate. I was shaking so badly I could barely hold my phone steady. When she went back inside, I drove home in a daze. Picked up my boys from school on autopilot. Made them dinner. Helped with homework. Put them to bed. All while my brain was screaming. Marcus called around 8 p.m. Hey babe, just checking in. Long day of meetings. Miss you guys. Miss you too, I said, my voice somehow normal. When are you home? Friday afternoon, like planned. Love you. Love you, I said automatically, then hung up and threw up in the bathroom. That night, I hired a private investigator. Gave him the address, the photos, everything. I need to know who she is and what my husband's relationship to her is. I'll have answers in 48 hours, he said. I also did something else. I called in sick to work the next day. Then I drove back to that house and watched. Marcus's car pulled into the driveway at 9 a.m. He went inside with a duffel bag. The same duffel bag he took on his work trips. He stayed all day. At 3 p.m., he came out with the woman and the toddler. They went to a park. I followed at a distance and took more photos. He pushed the little girl on the swings. The woman sat on a bench with the baby. They looked like any other family at the playground. They went back to the house around 5 p.m. Marcus left at 6 p.m., kissed everyone goodbye, and drove away. I followed him. Not to our house. To a hotel 15 minutes from the other house. He checked in, went to his room, and stayed there. The PI called me the next morning. You're going to want to sit down for this. Her name is Olivia Chin. Age 31. She's a dental hygienist. And according to public records, she's been married to Marcus Anderson for 5 years. That's impossible, I said. I've been married to him for 8 years. I know. That's the problem. He married her while he was married to you. Bigamy. It's illegal in all 50 states. My hands went numb. The children. Both his. The older girl is 3. The baby boy is 7 months old. Birth certificates list Marcus as the father. How's this possible? How did no one catch this? They got married in a different state. Small ceremony. And since you kept your maiden name for work, there were no red flags. He's been living 2 completely separate lives. The PI sent me his full report. Olivia thought she was his only wife. Marcus told her he traveled for work too, but in the opposite direction. When he told me he was going to Chicago, he was actually 20 minutes away with his other family. When he told Olivia he was going to Atlanta, he was home with us. He had 2 phones. I'd seen the second one, but believed him when he said it was for work. 2 insurance policies. 2 sets of family photos in his wallet. He'd been filing separate tax returns for each household using different accountants. The level of planning was sociopathic. Marcus came home Friday afternoon like nothing was wrong. Hugged our boys. Kissed my cheek. Good to be home. How was Chicago? I asked. Productive. Closed the Mitchell account. Exhausting though. I nodded. Smiled. Waited until the boys were in bed. Then I put a folder on the kitchen table. Marcus, we need to talk. What's wrong? Open the folder. He opened it. Photos of him with Olivia. With the children. Going into the house. At the park. The marriage certificate. Birth certificates. The PI's report. All the color drained from his face. How long were you going to keep this going? I asked. Until the kids were old enough to figure it out? Until one of us showed up at the wrong house. Let me explain. Explain? Marcus, you have another wife. You have 2 more children. You've been lying to me every single day for 5 years. What explanation could possibly make this okay? He sat down hard. Started crying. I never meant for this to happen. You accidentally married another woman and had 2 children with her? I met Olivia at a conference. We had an affair. She got pregnant. She wanted to get married before the baby came. I panicked. I thought I could handle both. I love you both. You don't get to say you love me. Love doesn't look like this. This is sociopathic. What are you going to do? I've already done it. I filed a police report today. Bigamy is a felony, Marcus. You're going to be arrested. He was arrested that night, charged with bigamy and fraud. His face was on the local news by Monday. I had to do something I never imagined. I called Olivia. We need to talk. We met at a coffee shop. She brought the baby. I brought photos of my wedding to Marcus, our marriage certificate, our boys. She threw up in the bathroom when she realized what he'd done. I had no idea, she sobbed. He showed me divorce papers. Said he'd been married young and it didn't work out. I never questioned it. Neither of us did. He's good at lying. We sat there, 2 wives of the same man, trying to figure out how to move forward. I'm filing for divorce, I said. The marriage isn't legal anyway, since he was already married to me. What about the kids? She asked. They're half siblings. I know. That's not their fault. Olivia and I have an arrangement now. We're not friends exactly, but we're allies. Our children, Marcus has 5 kids total, know each other. They have playdates sometimes. It's complicated and weird, but we're trying to do right by the kids who didn't ask for any of this. Marcus took a plea deal. Got 3 years probation, a hefty fine, and lost his job when the company found out. He sees all 5 kids on a supervised schedule. Pays child support to both of us, which nearly bankrupts him. My divorce was finalized 6 months ago. Olivia's annulment went through around the same time since the marriage was fraudulent from the start. It's been a year since I saw Marcus's car in that driveway. My boys ask why Daddy doesn't live with us anymore. I tell them that sometimes grown-ups make very bad choices and families have to change. When they're older, they'll get the full story. I'm in therapy. Olivia is too. We text sometimes, comparing notes on how to explain this to our kids someday. Hey, want to hear something crazy? She texted last week. My daughter drew a picture of her family at school. She included your boys. That's actually really sweet, I wrote back. I guess they're making the best of it. Kids are resilient. More resilient than us. Sometimes I drive past that house. Olivia still lives there. Sometimes I see all 5 kids playing in the backyard together. My twins with their half-siblings. It's the strangest thing that came out of the worst betrayal. But they're innocent in all this. And they deserve to know each other. As for Marcus? Last I heard, he's working as a sales associate at a car dealership, living in a studio apartment, and drowning in child support for 5 kids. He tried to reach out a few months ago, asking if we could talk. I blocked his number. Some doors, once closed, stay closed. I'm 34 now. Single mom to twin boys who are thriving despite everything. I have a good job, good friends, and a therapist who's heard every insane detail of this story. Do I trust easily? Not anymore. Do I Google every person I meet? Absolutely. Do I think I'll ever get married again? Ask me in 10 years. But I survived something I never thought I could survive. Found out my entire marriage was a lie, that my husband had a whole other family just 20 minutes away, and somehow I'm still standing. That woman who sat in her car in shock, watching her husband kiss another wife? She's stronger than she ever knew. Could you imagine discovering your spouse had an entire secret family just 20 minutes away? How would you have handled finding out? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this story blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable Reddit stories. And remember, if something feels off, trust your gut. Thanks for watching.